men who literally stick it in anything wet, you jump down to like a 4 because it's like you're now just like messing up the whole dating pool.
So the debate on a woman's prime has been reopened on X. Now I have a theory on this, and I don't think it's age why women aren't getting married in their 30s. And none of you are going to like it, so let's buckle up. Before we jump into this, what are my credentials? Well, I got married at 22 and was a homemaker for a long time. Now I am in my 30s, I am a mid, and I'm a girl boss. All right, moving on. Let's start with women who are 9s and 10s. All right, women who are objectively beautiful by every measure. These women, though, may be lonely. They don't use dating apps because they don't have to. Let's talk about women who are 8s. Women who are definitely beautiful, but not quite the 9 or the 10 level. You might see them on a dating app occasionally. This makes 6s and 7s kind of the queens of the dating app. Now let's look at men. When it comes to dating apps, you don't have the 9s and the 10s of men on the dating apps either, unless they are the man whores. The man whores go to the dating app and they see the 6s and 7s as the low-hanging fruit. Oh God, I'm gonna lose so many followers. So these 6s and 7s kind of get this idea that they are 9s and 10s because they're hooking up with guys who are 9s and 10s, the man horse. So in the time that they're dating these 9 and 10 guys, they're able to grow their job and feel good about themselves and not have children and just focus on other priorities in their lives, which is fine, ladies, it's fine. However, they get into their 30s and the time's coming to get married and they're like, not really finding any 9s and 10s anymore who want to get married. So they end up marrying a 6 or a 7. Mids marry mids, guys, sorry. And these women who end up getting married feel like they settled. They spent all this time on a dating app just given the illusion that they were a 9 or a 10. So women in their 30s aren't getting married because they have these high expectations for a man, which is fine, but it was all built on a lie that they were a 9 and a 10 and they were going to marry a 9 or a 10. Let me know what you think in the comments.
Here's what I think. You've been reading The Rational Males.
Who has the best girlfriend ever?
I do.
Oh, there you go.
Who just bought you all this stuff?
Oh, is it locked?
Oh, I think 9s and 10s that are on dating apps, the men that she's speaking of, are no longer 9s and 10s when you become a man whore like that. You, like, men who literally stick it in anything wet, you jump down to like a 4 because it's like you're now just like messing up the whole dating pool. That's my opinion.
Except they're consistently rewarded with sex.
Yes.
Well, they're cheap, so that's fine. They can take,
Okay.
you know.
It's easy to qualify those guys after the fact, but before the fact, there's a
But they're
there's a
very
whole
shallow. Like if they were to come into like this type of setting, like see all of us out to eat, they're used to going and swiping and picking up a girl and sending a dick video and saying, "Hey, come." Not sit in a setting and meet a girl.
Anybody here
that's
got
really
a dick
pretty.
video and showed up to something? Anybody?
No.
Anybody? Okay.
It's so unflattering. It's the most unflattering thing you could ever say.
It's so funny. We had Dr. Buss on, world-leading evolutionary psychologist, talking to me about dick pics. It was so funny. The reason why is because men enjoy, like even you guys would enjoy, if your friend had nice boobs and sent you a picture of her boobs, no one's mad at nice boobs. No one gets offended by nice boobs. But so what happens is because men receive pictures of boobs and they're like, oh, that's pleasant. Thank you. Double tap. Here's a picture of my penis. And they think that women are going to appreciate it the same way, but it's not because one looks like a turtle and the other one looks like...
I have a good money-making strategy because, you know,
the other one looks like fruit.
my head's always spinning on ways to make money. What if you started an OF with just that?
What?
Well,
The pics that guys send girls, the dick pics like an OF with just
You probably could, but you can't. You can't get the release. You can't get the release.
Oh, that's fine.
Wait. Quiet girl, go.
I'm looking for 5 men who want to learn how to level up their social circle and attract high-quality women using nothing but your IG in 5 days. If this is you, hit the link below.
Oh no, I was just gonna say
who would subscribe to that?
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean-
And if a
Gay
guy
guys.
sends me
I was
something
just gonna
like
say, I don't know if I could though.
when a guy sends something like that to me, I'm like, okay, here's my Cash App because you just like violated me, and I feel like I need to be compensated.
That's valid. I'm gonna start doing that. Shit.
Well, the other part is she is completely right. And Homath, he has a great saying. He goes, "Women get stuck on their highest setting." Not that this would ever happen to any of the ladies at this table, but do you guys have a female friend that maybe did fuck a center fielder, a power forward, a famous rapper, or someone like that, and because she fucked a 10, she thinks she can marry a 9? Have you guys have any female friends like that? Anybody?
Yeah.
Raise your hand. Do you have some
Absolutely.
that have this delusional belief
That's a
that
whole episode.
yes, maybe it's the fucking it's the cocktail
Michael.
server who ends up like fucking one of the rich guys who comes in there, or some celebrity, and then later on like thinks that she can get someone like that to
What
settle and
about-
cannot.
But you know
Okay,
what?
so you know what I realized, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I was in high school, I was kind of like a nerd. I was a cheerleader, but I was still a nerd. Wasn't like the best looking. And like, you know what I realized? Stop. You know what I realized? Like, I had the girl, and the girl was like, you know, me and her used to be friends. Not gonna say her name, but like, she was very hot in high school. A lot of guys liked her. And then as she got older, she got unattractive, you know? And she wasn't like, ever noticed like the
happens.
pretty people in high school like end up being the unattractive ones, and the nerdy ones end up being the super hot ones.
Stop the
And
cap.
then they're stuck on their.
I was
they're
hot
stuck on that
then
level.
and still
Yeah.
hot now.
Am I wrong?
You know what though?
No, I mean, maybe. I think you're right. You're probably right.
The girls
Stop the
that grew
cap.
up not,
Ingrid, can you move this way, like as far
the
close
girls
this way?
that grew
Guys,
up
move
not
this up
very
this way.
cute, they have a personality now. So now that they're hot, funny,
Yes.
and smart.
Rotate.
Yes,
They have the whole
exactly.
package. So the girls that grew up hot and then are not hot,
I mean, I grew
they don't
up
have a
hot.
personality because
Yeah.
they didn't have to build a personality growing up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you're,
Domo.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Chomping at the bit down
But
there.
I grew up
What's
hot.
that?
You wanna
and
add
all
something?
that.
I'm just saying, like, you know, power of manifestation. If that mid wants to get that 9, she could get it.
I agree.
Yeah.
You know, you never know. It's all about energy.
I really feel
Yeah.
like
Well,
girls
so
can
I love you,
get
Domo.
whatever they
None
want.
of that is true.
None of that is
None of that is true. It's not. She can sit there and try. She will sit there and like complain to her friends why she keeps getting cheated on.
You
And the
never
reality
know.
is that there's this massive mismatch, and she didn't see it. And I hate to say this, as she gets older, the mismatch increases because as he gets older, he does not. He ages like fine wine, and as she gets older, her ability again, not to say that they're not. Obviously, there's beautiful women in their mid 30s, 40s, whatever. But the problem is when they have to compete with women who are 23, and you look on dating apps, they don't fare very well. They don't.
Collagen
There's
threads.
no comparison.
ladies.
I mean, yeah, okay, 20-year-olds, but they got no wisdom. They have no life experience.
And do you think that's what men are choosing women for? Wisdom and life experience?
No, they're not.
Yes and no. I mean, it
God, that
depends.
wisdom makes me
it
hot.
Depends. It depends on
Got a chubby just
the
thinking about
man
that
you're
wisdom.
choosing.
Okay, so on wisdom, because I get where you're going. Wisdom will give you peace.
Sure.
So, or you can have the ditzy Dumbo who doesn't know anything. So, and she's not going to know the difference between peace and just
How
being
is she
dumb.
going to have a conversation? How are
She's
they going
not.
to talk
She's
about
not.
anything?
But sometimes
but-
silence for a man equates to peace because the other one who has the wisdom sees the lies. So then she's combative when the young one who doesn't know the game doesn't know. So she's not saying anything.
I agree.
So and when you have to understand, especially a high value, high power man, he's gonna want peace unless he just likes chaos. Some rich men just love
Bro,
the drama.
yeah.
Some guys, they want their crazy passion, but for the majority of the week, the Monday to Friday, they're gonna want peace. And sometimes peace is ignorance, and ignorance is bliss.
Domo, if I was going to hire an executive at my firm, I would want wisdom and I would want life experience. If I was going to date someone, I don't necessarily need those same things. That's the difference. Is because the things that make men attractive, as far as professionally, also make them attractive to women, and the same is not for women.
I think once you get past the arousal point and you get past the, yeah, I'm hot, yeah, I really want to get with this girl, I really want to tap that ass, then those things maybe.
What about the
start
hot to
playing.
crazy scale?
Yeah.
The hot to crazy scale, the crazy girl, it just depends on her type of crazy. Because he can fall in love with the crazy, okay?
Why are you attacking her? She's sitting right there. She's sitting right there.
I'm agreeing because okay. So my mom's Asian, my dad's Trini, so I'm an Asian, and I'm a Blasian, okay. But I'm an island girl. So island girls, we have a little bit of spice in us, okay, by default. Asian girls, we have a little bit of like in us as well. So men, when they date me, they get both. You get what I mean? They get a little bit of crazy,
All right.
and that pulls them in.